Pirates Cove, The Treasure Hunt. Chapter 1. The Legend of Captain Blackbeard's Map. The sleepy seaside town of Seabrook sat nestled between rolling hills and the shimmering ocean. It was a place where the salty breeze tickled your senses and the echoes of legends whispered through the cobbled streets. In Seabrook, one legend reigned supreme, captivating the imaginations of young and old alike, the tale of Captain Blackbeard's hidden treasure. Lucy and Ben, two spirited siblings, spent their summers in Seabrook with their grandfather, an old sea captain. His weathered face and salt and pepper beard held the wisdom of 1,000 voyages, and his stories could keep them spellbound for hours. On one particularly warm afternoon, as they sat on the porch, their eyes gleamed with anticipation. "Tell us the one about Captain Blackbeard's treasure again, Grandpa," Lucy implored, her eyes wide as saucers. Grandpa took a deep, rumbling breath and began weaving the tale. "Many years ago, when I was a young lad like you, I heard tales of a fearsome pirate named Captain Blackbeard. He was known for his jet black beard and the fiery fuses he tied into it. They said he buried his treasure somewhere in these very parts." Ben leaned forward, captivated by the legend. "Did anyone ever find it, Grandpa?" A wistful smile crossed Grandpa's face. "Many have tried, but the treasure remains hidden to this day. Some say it's guarded by the spirits of the sea, while others believe it's just a story. But I've always believed there's truth to it." Grandpa's eyes twinkled as he produced a worn, crinkled piece of parchment. "In fact, I've got something to show you. This, my dear children, is Captain Blackbeard's map." Lucy and Ben gasped in awe. The old map was tattered, the ink faded, and the paper fragile, but it held a promise of adventure. "We never showed it to you before because we weren't sure you were ready," Grandpa said. "But I see something special in your eyes. The map has been in our family for generations, passed down from sailor to sailor. It's said to be a guide to the treasure." Lucy's heart raced as she traced her fingers over the map's creases. "We're ready, Grandpa. We want to find Captain Blackbeard's treasure." Ben nodded in agreement, his determination matching his sister's. "We'll follow the map and solve the riddles. It'll be the greatest adventure ever." Grandpa chuckled, a hearty sound that seemed to resonate with the ocean's waves. "I can see the spirit of the sea in your eyes, just like it was in mine when I was your age. I believe you're ready for this quest." And so, with Captain Blackbeard's map in hand, Lucy and Ben's grand adventure began. The legend of the pirate's treasure beckoned, and the siblings were determined to make it their own. As they watched the sun dip below the horizon, they knew that the greatest stories were yet to be written, and the first chapter of their grand adventure had begun. Chapter 2. Setting Sail for Pirates Cove. The sun rose over Seabrook, casting a warm, golden hue across the town. It was a new day, and Lucy and Ben were up at the crack of dawn, their eyes shining with excitement. The map lay before them, its ancient parchment illuminated by the soft morning light. Grandpa had prepared them well, teaching them the basics of sailing and navigation. Their little boat, the Sea Dreamer, bobbed gently in the harbor, ready for its young crew. Lucy and Ben had gathered supplies, provisions, a compass, and a telescope, and they had each donned their own captain's hat. "Today's the day, Ben," Lucy declared, tying a knot with practiced ease. "We're going to set sail for Pirates Cove." Ben grinned and adjusted his hat, a miniature version of his sister's. Aye, Captain Lucy. Pirates Cove, here we come." They untied the Sea Dreamer and felt the gentle sway of the boat as it pushed away from the dock. The salty breeze kissed their faces, and the rhythmic lullaby of the ocean whispered in their ears. The journey to Pirates Cove was not without its challenges. The wind picked up, and the sea became choppy. Lucy held the helm with determination, while Ben scanned the horizon, watching for any signs of danger. The sky darkened as a sudden squall threatened to engulf them, but they were undeterred. Their grandfather's lessons had taught them to respect the sea and be prepared for whatever it might throw their way. Hours passed, and the shoreline of Seabrook disappeared from view. They were now in the open ocean, the expanse of water stretching endlessly in all directions. The vastness was both exhilarating and daunting. As the day turned to evening, Lucy and Ben shared stories, sang sea shanties, and marveled at the beauty of the sunset painting the sky in shades of pink and orange. They were on a grand adventure, and their hearts were filled with the spirit of discovery. "Land ho!" Ben shouted suddenly, pointing toward a distant cove nestled between imposing cliffs. Lucy's eyes sparkled with anticipation as she adjusted their course. "That's it, Ben. Pirates' Cove. Our next chapter." As the Sea Dreamer glided closer to the cove, the mysterious island at its heart came into view, just as Captain Blackbeard's map had indicated. The sight sent shivers down their spines. Pirates' Cove was even more enchanting and enigmatic than they had imagined, and they knew that their adventure was only beginning. Chapter 3: The Mysterious Island Hideaway. The Sea Dreamer gently glided into the sheltered cove, its waters calm and welcoming. Lucy and Ben's eyes were fixed on the island at the cove's center. The island was densely overgrown with lush, tropical foliage, and the cliff walls surrounding it were adorned with vibrant greenery. It was a pristine hideaway, untouched by time. Lucy skillfully anchored the boat, and they hopped onto the sandy shore. The warmth of the island's soil seeped through the soles of their boots, and the scent of blooming flowers filled the air. "Wow, it's like we've stepped into a hidden paradise," Ben said, his voice filled with wonder. Lucy gazed around, her eyes scanning the surroundings. "This place is incredible, Ben. But we can't get lost in its beauty. Captain Blackbeard's treasure awaits." Their first step was to explore the cove's shoreline. They wandered along the white sandy beach, searching for any signs or clues that might lead them to the treasure's hiding place. The only sounds were the gentle lapping of the waves and the distant call of seabirds. As they walked, they discovered remnants of past treasure hunters, empty bottles, discarded maps, and tattered flags. It was a testament to the adventurers who had come before them but had been unable to uncover the treasure's secrets. "The treasure has to be here somewhere," Ben said, frustration creeping into his voice. Lucy nodded, her gaze unwavering. "We just need to be patient and follow the map." Their journey took them to the cliffside that bordered the beach. As they carefully navigated the rocky terrain, Ben spotted a peculiar carving on a massive stone. It was a skull and crossbones, etched with precision. "Lucy, look at this!" Ben exclaimed, pointing to the carving. Lucy approached the stone and examined the carving. This must be a clue. A symbol left by Captain Blackbeard himself. "We're on the right path." The siblings followed the symbol's direction, ascending the rocky cliffs. They climbed with determination, using their wits and agility to make progress. At last, they reached a small plateau overlooking the cove. There, they discovered a hidden message etched into the rock. "Lucy, it's a riddle," Ben said, squinting at the engraved words. Lucy leaned in to read it aloud. "In the heart of the island's embrace, where moonlight's kiss finds its place, a cave of echoes hides the key. Unlock the secret, and treasure you'll see." The riddle filled them with excitement and purpose. They knew that the cave mentioned in the riddle was their next destination, and it held the key to unlocking Captain Blackbeard's treasure. As the sun began to set over Pirates' Cove, Lucy and Ben made their way down the cliffs, eager to face the enigmatic cave and uncover the mysteries that lay within. Their adventure was progressing, and they were determined to follow Captain Blackbeard's trail to its thrilling end. Chapter 4, Clues in the Captain's Log. Lucy and Ben descended the rocky cliffs and returned to the sandy shore, their minds buzzing with the riddle they had discovered. They knew that the enigmatic cave mentioned in the message held the key to Captain Blackbeard's treasure, and their determination burned brighter than ever. As they approached the Sea Dreamer, Ben couldn't help but glance at the map, studying it as if it held the answers to their next steps. "The cave must be around here somewhere, Lucy. The map has to give us a clue." Lucy joined her brother, their heads close together over the tattered map. The parchment seemed to whisper secrets of its own, its faded lines and cryptic drawings beckoning them. "Look here, Ben," Lucy said, pointing to a section of the map. "See this symbol? It matches the skull and crossbones on the stone." Ben's eyes widened. "You're right. It's a perfect match. This must be the cave we're looking for." With newfound determination, they set sail for the indicated location on the map, the Sea Dreamer slicing through the calm waters. The island's lush greenery concealed their approach as they entered a narrow inlet that led deeper into the island's heart. The passage grew darker, the cliffs closing in around them, and Lucy steered the boat with precision. Finally, the inlet opened into a hidden cove, a secret sanctuary concealed from the outside world. In this secluded cove, they spotted the cave entrance. It was a gaping maw in the cliffside, shrouded in shadows, and the sound of the waves echoed ominously within. The siblings anchored the Sea Dreamer and gathered their supplies, lanterns, a leather-bound journal, and a sense of anticipation that hung heavy in the air. "Ready, Ben?" Lucy asked, her lantern flickering to life in the dim light. Ben nodded, clutching his lantern tightly. "Let's find the treasure, Lucy." As they entered the cave, the walls seemed to breathe with history. Strange echoes reverberated through the cavern, creating an eerie ambience. The siblings' lanterns cast eerie shadows on the ancient rock formations, and their steps echoed as they ventured deeper. The cave's walls were adorned with carvings and symbols, but they couldn't make sense of them. Each turn and twist in the dark, labyrinthine passages led them further into the cave's depths. Lucy consulted the map, comparing the symbols on the wall to those on the parchment. "The map must guide us through the cave, then. We just need to decipher these symbols." With growing excitement, they began to match the symbols on the map to those on the cave walls, like a puzzle coming together. Each symbol they deciphered brought them closer to the heart of the cave and, they hoped, to Captain Blackbeard's treasure. Their lanterns illuminated a path of discovery and mystery, and with each step, they felt the weight of history pressing upon them. The treasure's secret lay waiting to be unveiled, and they were determined to reveal it. Chapter 5, Navigating the Treacherous Waters. Lucy and Ben continued to follow the symbols on the cave walls, their lanterns casting eerie shadows. The echoes of their footsteps seemed to resonate with the spirits of ancient seafarers who had ventured into the cave long ago. With each step, the cave grew more labyrinthine, its passages narrowing and twisting. The siblings' excitement and determination were tempered by the realization that this cave was no ordinary hiding place for treasure. It was a maze of secrets, guarded by time and history. As they ventured deeper, they reached a chamber with multiple exits, each adorned with symbols they had deciphered from the map. The decision weighed heavily on them, for they had to choose the correct path to continue their quest. "Which way, Lucy?" Ben asked, his voice filled with uncertainty. Lucy examined the map and the symbols, her fingers tracing the paths on the parchment. "This symbol here, Ben. It's the same as the one near the entrance. It must be significant." With newfound determination, they followed the path marked by the significant symbol, their lanterns casting an eerie glow on the ancient cave walls. The echoes of their footsteps grew louder as they advanced further into the heart of the cavern. As they proceeded, they encountered obstacles that required them to navigate through treacherous waters within the cave. Pools of icy, ankle-deep water lay before them, and they had no choice but to wade through, their lanterns held high to light their way. The water was frigid, sending shivers through their bodies, but they pressed on, their determination burning brighter than ever. Their lanterns cast eerie reflections on the water's surface, creating a surreal, otherworldly ambience. At times, the passage narrowed to a point where they had to squeeze through tight crevices, and the ceiling seemed to close in on them. The cave seemed intent on testing their resolve, but they refused to be deterred. They faced the unknown with courage and determination, and with each challenge they overcame, they felt a step closer to discovering Captain Blackbeard's treasure. The journey through the treacherous waters of the cave was a test of their strength and resourcefulness, but they knew that the greatest rewards awaited those who persevered. As they advanced deeper into the cave's mysterious depths, they could only wonder what other trials and secrets lay ahead, and they braced themselves for whatever challenges the cave might throw their way. Chapter 6: The Cave of Echoing Whispers. Lucy and Ben's journey through the cave continued, their lanterns illuminating the way as they ventured deeper into its mysterious depths. The cave's winding passages and echoing whispers seemed to tell the tales of long-lost adventurers who had come before them. The symbols on the cave walls guided them along a path that felt like a voyage through time itself. The siblings couldn't help but be captivated by the enigmatic atmosphere of the cave. It was as if the very rock around them held the memories of past explorers. Their lanterns cast flickering light upon intricate carvings, symbols, and mysterious hieroglyphics that adorned the cave's walls. Lucy and Ben knew that every symbol, every carving had a story to tell. The ancient art seemed to pulse with hidden knowledge. As they walked, Lucy couldn't help but reach out and touch the carvings, as if she could absorb the wisdom and experiences of those who had gone before. These symbols are like a message from the past, she mused. They are leading us to something extraordinary. Ben nodded in agreement. I can feel it, Lucy. We're on the brink of something incredible. Their path led them to a vast chamber, and the cave's echoes intensified. The sound seemed to bounce off the walls in a mesmerizing chorus, as if the cave itself was trying to communicate with them. I've never heard echoes like this, Ben whispered, his voice lost in the resounding reverberations. Lucy had an idea. She held up her lantern and called out, "Hello." The word, "hello," echoed back, but then something extraordinary happened. The echoes carried on, as if answering their call. The siblings exchanged astonished glances. Let's try something, Lucy suggested. She called out, "Treasure." The word, "treasure," echoed back, and this time, the echoes carried a whisper, too faint to decipher. Lucy and Ben knew they were onto something significant. They realized that the echoes in this chamber were a key to unlocking the cave's secrets. Lucy and Ben followed the whispers, listening closely as they echoed through the cave. The echoing whispers led them deeper into the chamber, and they found a concealed passage, nearly hidden by the cave's rock formations. Their excitement surged as they entered the hidden corridor, lanterns held high, and followed the echoes. As they walked, the whispers grew more distinct, forming a cryptic message that seemed to beckon them forward. Lucy and Ben felt the weight of anticipation as they ventured into the unknown, following the cave's enigmatic call. The cave's echoes held the promise of discovery, and the siblings knew that whatever lay at the end of this mysterious path was a piece of Captain Blackbeard's treasure, waiting to be uncovered. Chapter 7: Facing the Ghostly Guardians. Lucy and Ben followed the echoing whispers, their lanterns held high as they ventured deeper into the cave's concealed passage. The whispers became more distinct, forming a cryptic message that guided them along the hidden path. As they walked, the cave's atmosphere changed. The walls seemed to close in, and the air grew chillier. They felt a growing sense of anticipation, as if they were approaching the heart of the cave's mysteries. The passage ended in a chamber that was different from any they had encountered before. It was illuminated by the soft, eerie light of bioluminescent fungi clinging to the walls. The fungi cast an otherworldly glow, revealing a magnificent sight, an array of stalagmites and stalactites that seemed to form a natural cathedral. But the true revelation lay at the center of the chamber. A trio of ghostly figures, their forms flickering like candle flames, hovered near a rocky pedestal. The figures were translucent, dressed in tattered sailor attire, and their eyes held a mixture of curiosity and caution. "Who are you?" Ben stammered, his voice quivering. The central ghostly figure spoke, its voice ethereal and distant. "We are the guardians of this place, the keepers of Captain Blackbeard's treasure." Lucy and Ben's hearts raced, realizing that they had stumbled upon the protectors of the very treasure they sought. "We mean no harm," Lucy assured the spectral guardians. "We're here to follow the clues, to continue Captain Blackbeard's quest." The ghosts regarded them with a mix of skepticism and curiosity. "Captain Blackbeard's treasure has been sought by many," one of the spirits said. "But you are the first to follow the echoes." Lucy nodded, her lantern's light dancing on her face. "The echoes led us here, to this chamber. What must we do to prove our intentions?" The spirits exchanged silent glances before the central figure spoke once more. "You must pass the test of the guardians. Only those with pure intentions shall uncover the treasure." The test was a series of riddles and puzzles, each one designed to challenge their determination and their understanding of the cave's history. The siblings faced questions about the life of Captain Blackbeard, his exploits on the sea, and his fabled treasure. With every correct answer, the ghosts grew more transparent, as if the cave itself recognized their worthiness. The final riddle involved deciphering a complex hieroglyphic code on the rocky pedestal. It took all their wit and knowledge, but they cracked the code. As they deciphered the last symbol, the ghostly guardians faded away, their mission fulfilled. The chamber seemed to resonate with their departure, and Lucy and Ben felt a sense of accomplishment. The rocky pedestal held the final clue, directing them to the heart of the chamber. They followed the directions and discovered a concealed alcove. Inside, they found an ancient chest covered in barnacles, adorned with the pirate's insignia. The chest was unadorned, the wood weathered, but the siblings could feel the weight of history within. They gingerly opened the chest, revealing a trove of treasures, gold coins, jeweled trinkets, and an ornate captain's hat. Lucy and Ben marveled at the treasures, realizing that they had successfully passed the Guardian's test and uncovered Captain Blackbeard's long-lost treasure. The ghosts of the cave's guardians seemed to whisper their approval from the echoes that surrounded them. Lucy and Ben knew that they had earned the treasure through their determination, knowledge, and pure intentions. Chapter 8: Unearthing Captain Blackbeard's Treasure. Lucy and Ben gazed at the treasure before them in the heart of the cavern, their reward for perseverance, wisdom, and pure intentions. The chest contained an array of riches, from glimmering gold coins to precious gemstones, their brilliance accentuated by the eerie glow of the bioluminescent fungi in the chamber. The chest also held an ornate captain's hat, a symbol of Captain Blackbeard's legacy. It was adorned with faded feathers, a testament to the notorious pirate who had hidden this treasure so long ago. Lucy picked up the captain's hat, her fingers trembling with excitement. She turned it in her hands, a deep sense of reverence washing over her. "We did it, Ben. We've uncovered Captain Blackbeard's treasure." Ben's eyes sparkled with joy as he reached for a glimmering gold coin. "It's more incredible than I ever imagined. But, you know, Lucy, the treasure itself is not what's most valuable about this adventure. It's the journey, the challenges we faced, and the history we discovered along the way." Lucy nodded in agreement. You're absolutely right, then. The adventure brought us closer, and the knowledge we gained is something we'll carry with us forever. With their hearts full of satisfaction, they carefully gathered the treasure into a sack, preparing to bring it back to Seabrook. As they did, they couldn't help but notice that the cave's atmosphere had changed. The echoes seemed to dance with joy, their whispers celebrating their success. The return journey through the cave was quicker, guided by the echoes that had now become their companions. They found their way back to the Sea Dreamer and sailed out of the cove, the treasure safely stowed on board. As they sailed back to Seabrook, the town's lights twinkled on the horizon. They couldn't wait to share their tale with Grandpa and the townspeople. The adventure was a success, and the treasure was not just gold and jewels, it was the memories, the knowledge, and the bond between brother and sister. Their return to Seabrook was met with joy and celebration. The townspeople gathered as Lucy and Ben recounted their adventure, the echoes of the cave now replaced by the excited voices of the community. Grandpa was especially proud, his eyes gleaming with happiness as he listened to their story. "You've done something remarkable, my dear children," he said, his voice filled with warmth. "You've not only discovered Captain Blackbeard's treasure, but you've also uncovered the spirit of adventure that lives within us all." As the night sky blanketed Seabrook, the siblings returned the treasure to its rightful place, safely stored in the town's museum for all to see. The riches were a testament to their adventure, but the true treasure was the enduring legacy of the legend and the bond between Lucy, Ben, and their beloved grandfather. Captain Blackbeard's treasure had been found, but the adventure was far from over. The legends and stories of Pirates Cove would live on, passed down from generation to generation, ensuring that the spirit of adventure would never fade.